1 minute, one decision, and everything fractures. Blood of My Blood didn't just end season 1, it detonated it. The stones were screaming, time was breaking apart, and one family may already be lost forever. Now season 2 is coming, and the truth hiding behind that final moment is far darker than anyone expects. The final seconds of season 1 were not just a cliffhanger. They were a warning. Henry, Julia, and William running for their lives, Archbug closing in, and the stones pulling at them like a living force. We never saw where they landed, and that silence is terrifying. Because in the world of Blood of My Blood, silence usually means tragedy. Here's the most disturbing possibility. Only Henry may have traveled through time. The rules of time travel in this universe are cruel but clear. You need gemstones. Julia's ring lost its stone earlier, and William never had protection at all. That means when the stones activated, Henry's watch may have been the only thing strong enough to carry someone through. If that's true, then Julia and William didn't vanish into time. They were left behind, helpless and surrounded by enemies. Imagine Henry arriving alone, disoriented, thrown into another era, realizing within seconds that his wife and child are gone. Not lost in time, but trapped in it. That moment alone could define all of season 2. Because Henry is not just fighting history anymore. He's fighting guilt, fear, and the possibility that his family paid the price for his escape. And where would Henry land? The most haunting answer points straight toward Claire's timeline. While passing through the stones, Henry was thinking of her. In this universe, thoughts matter. Intent matters. That means Henry could emerge into a time where Claire already understands the cost of time travel and the pain it brings. This opens the door to a dangerous connection. Henry doesn't just need help. He needs knowledge. And Claire may be the only one who can teach him how to control the stones instead of being destroyed by them. But learning how time travel works comes with a terrifying price. Because once Henry understands the rules, he'll also understand something worse. You don't always get to save everyone. Season 2 could force Henry to make an impossible choice. Return immediately to rescue Julia and William, or wait, learn, and risk losing them forever. Meanwhile, back in the past, Julia's fate could be even darker. Simon Fraser is not a man who forgets betrayal. If Julia is captured, her punishment won't be quick. And when Simon discovers that William is not his child, the danger multiplies. Reputation matters more than mercy. William could be taken from Julia, raised as someone else's son, shaped by lies, power, and manipulation. A child growing up never knowing who he truly is, or who his real parents were. This is where season 2 becomes truly brutal. Because even if Henry learns to control time, even if he finds the exact moment to return, he may arrive too late to undo the damage. Years could pass in seconds. A child could grow up. A family could be erased. And this is only the beginning. Because Blood of My Blood season 2 isn't about whether time travel is possible anymore. It's about whether love can survive it. What if the stones didn't just separate this family, but rewrote their destiny? Season 2 isn't about fixing the past anymore. It's about surviving the consequences of it. There is one theory that changes everything, and it's the most dangerous one of all. What if Henry and Julia both time traveled, but William did not? In the world of Blood of My Blood, time does not show mercy to children. If William was left behind, alone in an era of violence and power struggles, then his fate may already be sealed in a way no parent could ever imagine. This is where a familiar shadow may return. Whenever the Outlander universe faces an impossible mystery, one name always surfaces: Master Raymond. He doesn't follow the rules of time. He bends them. If William survived, it may only be because someone like Raymond intervened. A child taken not by enemies, but by someone who understands the future better than anyone alive. A child raised in secrecy, protected for reasons no one yet understands. Now imagine Henry and Julia returning to the past, desperate, broken, searching for a son who no longer exists where they left him. Every lead cold, every trail erased. Season 2 could become a relentless hunt, not across land, but across time itself. And the terrifying truth is this: William may no longer be the child they lost. He may have grown, changed, learned things he was never meant to know. While this unfolds, another story is quietly turning just as tragic. Brian and Ellen are heading straight into the fire of the Jacobite Rebellion. History tells us what that rebellion does to families. It separates them, scars them, and leaves no one untouched. Brian's loyalty to the cause is unshakable. He will fight no matter the cost. And that cost may be Ellen. War does not pause for love. While Brian risks his life on the battlefield, Ellen could be left behind, alone, vulnerable, and possibly pregnant. Raising a child during chaos, surrounded by fear, uncertainty, and political tension. This mirrors the cruel pattern of the Outlander world. Love is tested not by moments of peace, but by years of absence. And then comes the most unsettling possibility of all. What if the child Ellen raises is named William, not by coincidence, but by fate? Whether through adoption, secrecy, or destiny itself, the name William seems to echo across timelines. A child belonging everywhere and nowhere. A living connection between past, present, and future. If this is true, then Season 2 isn't just telling parallel stories. It's weaving them together into one inevitable collision. Henry searching for a lost son, Ellen raising a child alone, a war reshaping identities, and time quietly correcting itself in ways no one can stop. Because in Blood of My Blood, history always wins. The only question is who survives long enough to remember the truth. And just when you think the story can't get any darker, Blood of My Blood Season 2 reminds us of one brutal rule: time always takes something in return. Be why the time Season 2 reaches its turning point, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. No one escapes time without sacrifice. Henry's journey is no longer about discovery. It's about damage control. Every jump through the stones leaves scars, not just on history, but on the people who dare to challenge it. If Henry truly learns how time travel works, that knowledge comes too late to save innocence. He may return to a world where Julia has already suffered under Simon Fraser's control. A world where trust is gone, where survival has replaced hope. Julia will no longer be the woman Henry left behind. She will be someone shaped by fear, betrayal, and loss. And that makes their reunion far from joyful. Love doesn't simply restart after trauma. It has to fight its way back. Even more haunting is the possibility that Henry arrives in a time where Claire is already gone. A grave instead of guidance. Silence instead of answers. That moment alone could break him. Because it would mean time does not just steal families, it erases teachers, healers, and hope itself. And standing before that grave, Henry would finally understand the full cruelty of the stones. They don't care about good intentions. They only care about balance. This realization changes everything. Henry's final goal may no longer be to fix the past, but to preserve what remains. To accept that some timelines cannot be saved, only survived. And that makes his next choice the most dangerous yet. Does he keep chasing what was lost? Or does he protect what time has not yet destroyed? Meanwhile, the echoes of war reach their peak. The Jacobite rebellion doesn't just defeat armies, it shatters bloodlines. Brian's loyalty will cost him years he can never reclaim. Ellen's strength will be tested beyond reason. Raising a child alone in a collapsing world forces her to become someone harder, sharper, and more resilient. And that child, whoever he truly is, will grow up surrounded by secrets, silence, and expectations he never asked for. By the end of Season 2, identities will blur. Fathers may raise sons who are not theirs. Children may inherit legacies built on lies. And the audience will be forced to face the most painful question of all: does blood define family, or does choice? This is why the Season 2 trailer feels shocking. Not because of spectacle, not because of twists, but because it promises something far more dangerous: consequences. Permanent ones. No reset. No easy reunion. Just characters standing in the wreckage of their decisions, trying to decide who they are now. Blood of My Blood Season 2 is not about time travel anymore. It's about what time destroys, and whether love can survive when the past refuses to stay buried. Now, the only question left is this: when the stones fall silent, who will still be standing?